Welcome back. So last week we did our Green Hill zone. Today we're going to be fighting the boss and heading off to our Marble zone. So let's get straight into it and let's see what this level sounds like. Alright, so starting off with guitar 1. So we have our two different zones. We have our boss and then we have our marble zone. So let's start off with the boss. So after we've gone for that, you can actually also play that over here, ring finger on the 7th fret. So So we're gonna go. Alright, so a lot of very rhythmic things, so really pay attention to that. So we're gonna go 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, and 2. Alright, so 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm doing that on an A power chord. So 5, 7, 7. E on 5 on the E, 7 on the A, 7 on the D. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, and 2. Okay, and I'm palm muting. I'm not going. I'm going it. And 1, and 2, G, F. Then I do the same rhythm on that F. So I go down to that G on the 3rd fret. F, 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 F. Alright, so 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, and 2, down, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and, alright, so I just go for that 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and, then I move it over here. I'm going to play a D power chord, but my index finger is still going to play that note up here. So 5 on the low E, 5 on the A, 7 on the D with my pinky. Alright, that's a D power chord, that's this chord, but then I'm just holding that extra note on top for extra thickness. So from that F will be 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, and 2, and. Alright, so slowly. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, and 2, and. Again. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, and 2, and. Okay? So slowly from the A, 3, go. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, and 2, down, F, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, and 2, and, then repeat, 1, 2, 4, 5, and 1, and 2, down, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Alright, so let me show you what happens there. So the second time I have to go for that 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, and 2, nothing changes. 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, and. Now when we get to that D power chord, we're going to hit it twice. So after that 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, and 1, 2. Actually, we hit it 3 times. 1, 2, and. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I take that 3 hits. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So I move that same shape that I had for the D to the 2nd fret. So this now becomes a B power chord. 2 on the low E, 2 on the A, 4 on the D. All right, so 1, so from the F, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. So then I go to an A power chord, which is me just holding the 2nd fret of the D and 2nd fret of the G with my index finger, or you can even use these two, but I'm playing it from the A string. So 1, 2, 3, okay? So make sure you don't hit that B string, otherwise it'll sound cowboyish. So 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Okay, so hitting on the on-beat and off-beat. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and. Then I go to this E major, and now we're going to do some cowboy style. So that's middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A, ring finger on the 2nd fret of the D, index finger on the 1st fret of the G, and I'm playing all strings, but I'm not playing them all at the same time. So I'm going to go doom cha. So hit that low bass note, the first 2 strings. Doom cha, doom cha, doom cha, doom da da da. Alright, so I'm going to go 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and up. Alright. So slowly. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and a 1. Boom. Then I hit that bass. So that last one is, and a 1. Boom. So let's go from that A. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. E. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and a 1. Boom. Notice how after I do that, and a 1, I cut off. Then I play that bass note. One more time. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and a 1. Bass. Then we slap. So 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and a 1. Bass, 2, slap. So you let that bass ring for 2 beats. Bass, 2, slap with your thumb. Alright, so that we bring in our next part. Alright, so let's put in that boss section. All of that is the boss section up until that bass note for that low E. So slowly, from the end of Green Hill Zone. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1. And 2, down, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, D, D, D. D, 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 A, 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 G, F, 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 D, 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 B, 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 A, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and a 1. Boom, slap. Again. 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1. And 2, down, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, and 2, and 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, and 2, down, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, and 1, 2, and A, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and a 1, bass, slap. This is our next section. So right there, now we are in our marble zone. So now we're gonna start off after that slap. So do cha, do cha, do cha, do cha ka cha, bass, slap. Let's break down the chords before we break down the rhythm. So first here we have an A minor 7. It's the same as this shape, but we're gonna want to add the ring finger on the 7th fret of the A. So we're gonna bar our index finger across the 5th fret all the way down to the B string, and our ring finger is going to come on that 7th fret of the A. It's the exact same as this chord, it's just this one has that extra note. Okay, so we're going to go A minor 7, then we drop this same shape down, then we add our middle finger on the 6th fret of the B. Okay, so it's going to be index 5 on the A, ring 7 on the D, index 5 on the G, middle 6 on the B. Okay, so that's our D minor 7. So A minor 7 to our D minor 7. Now we're gonna take this exact same shape there for D minor 7, take it up a string, all right? Take up a string and move it, boom, to the 3rd fret. This is now G7. So we have index on the 3rd fret of the E, ring on the 5th fret of the A, index finger again on the 3rd fret of the D, middle finger on the 4th fret of the G, and then index finger holding that B and high E on the 3rd fret. So the index finger is holding the E, the D, the B, and the high E. All right, and then the ring finger is on the 5 of the A, middle finger on the 4 of the G. That is G7. Okay, it's the exact same shape as this one, as the D minor 7, except upper string. Then after that, G7, we drop it down, boom. Our middle finger will stay where it is, but we'll drop our index finger and our ring finger down, and we'll add our pinky onto the 5th fret of the B. Okay, that now becomes C major 7. All right, so from G7, middle finger stays, drop it down, add the pinky. That's now C major 7. All right, so let's go for those chords. So from the A minor 7, G7, to the C major 7, 1, 2, then we go to an E7, okay? So after that, C major 7, 1, 2, E7. E7 is just middle finger on the 2nd fret of the A, index finger on the 1st fret of the G, strum it all, okay, from the E string. So that means the D string is running through them, okay? So we go, 3, 4. All right, that's our E7. So last time, A minor 7, dum bo da da dum bo da da, D minor 7, dum bo da da dum bo da da, G E7, dum bo da da dum bo da da, C major 7, E7. Second time, do the same thing. It just changes at the end. Do do da da, D minor 7, do do do. Now we go to an F, doom do, to an E major, do 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 do, A minor, finish with E7. Okay. So what I did that second time, I still do my A minor 7, doom do 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 do, D minor 7, doom. Then I go to that F major bar chord, index finger on the 1st fret of the E, ring and pinky on the 3rd fret of the A and D, middle finger on the 2nd fret of the G, index finger barring on that B and high E. Then I go, take this exact same shape, shift it back here, get an E major. Okay, so I'm not removing my ring, pinky, or my middle finger. I'm just shifting them back, sliding them back for my E major. And I drop for my A minor. Then I lift again, but I remove my pinky to get my E7. So that's a 0, 2, 0, 1. All right, so let's try that second part. E7. All right, let's try it one more time. So let's take it from the first part into the second part so it makes sense. So remember that second part, after that D minor 7, you go straight to that F, okay? 1, 2, 3, let's go. A minor 7, bum ba da boo doo boo da da, D minor 7, boom boo da da, to a G, G7, doom boo da da doo doo da da, C major 7, E7, re second time, da da, doom boo da da, doom boo da da, doom da 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 da, doom boo da 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 da, F, doo doo doom. Then A minor 7, E7. Alright, so for that D minor, 7, you actually hold it for the same amount of time. So, doom da 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 da, doom ba da. Then you go to the F, da da da, E. Then to an A minor, then take it back to an E7. Then we have a small little run, pretty easy. It's gonna be A minor, G, F bar chord, then a G, A minor, G, F, E, then it'll take us back. But don't worry, that one's pretty easy. Let's now break down the rhythm for what we have here. So now we're going finger style. So you can either choose to toss your pick, or you can take your pick and curl it in your middle finger, whichever finger works for you. I like my middle finger. So after we go for that 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1, bass, 2, slap, boom, pa, bum. Alright, so we're gonna have two patterns. This is our first pattern. We're gonna go holding that A minor 7, play the bass note, the low E. Your index, middle, and ring finger will be on the D, G, and B. So the high E, we're not playing it just yet. So boom, pop. Alright, so boom, pop, that's our rhythm. Boom, pop, pa. That third time we play all of them together. So 1 and 2 and 3. Third time all together. Do cha, do cha, cha. Then we do a little finger move here. We go middle on the G, index on the D, thumb back on the low E. So da da do. So G, D, low E. Then the second time, G, D, A. So the only thing that moves the second time is that thumb. So G, D, low E, G, D, A. So it'll look like this slowly. Doom cha, cha, da da do, da da do. Slower. Doom cha, together, middle index thumb on the A string the second time. One more time. Boom pa, bum ba da boo ba da boo. Then you drop it down to the D minor 7. This one's gonna have our second pattern. It starts off the same way as that A minor 7. Alright, so we're gonna go do cha, cha. Third time we hit it all together. But then we go with our middle finger, still on the same string, that G, index finger on the D, thumb comes to the A string, so da da do. Then we pluck this twice, cha, cha, alright, with our middle, index, middle, and ring. So do cha, cha, da da do cha, cha. Alright, so I just finish off with a cha, cha, after my middle index ring, cha, cha. That's our second pattern, okay? So let's do it again, nice and slow in D minor 7. Do cha, cha, da da do cha, cha. Alright, one more time. Do cha, together, da da do cha, cha. Alright, let's take it from A minor 7. Do cha, cha, da da do da da do. Do cha, da da do cha, cha. One more time. Then we go to our G7, do the same pattern we had, that first pattern that we did on the A minor 7. No difference there. Then on C major 7. Alright, so do C major 7, we're going to split between C major 7 and the E7. Alright, so what I did there is do cha, together. And on the E7, I'm playing the low E string, the D, G, and B. So I'm skipping over the A string. So do cha, jam. Then I come do that same move with my index, middle, and thumb. But I play the bass note, the low E. So middle on the G, index on the D, thumb on the low E. Da da do cha, cha. Then I finish with a cha-cha on the D, G, and B string, a double cha, cha-cha. So, do cha, cha, da da do cha-cha. Slowly. Do cha, cha, da da do cha-cha. Alright, let's go for that first round again. Slowly. Da da do, D minor 7. Cha, cha, G7. Split, cha, cha, second time, exact same thing. Then F. We're gonna split it between the F and the E. We're gonna go doom, cha, low E with a thumb, D, G, and B with the other fingers, index, middle, ring. Do cha, slide back. And when you slide back to play that E, it's a regular E, not an E7. You play all of them together because that's the third hit. Then you go for that middle index thumb on the G, D, and low E string. So do cha, cha, da da do cha, cha. Then finish that cha, cha. So it's just like a pattern 2 again. So do cha, cha, da da do cha, cha. Then drop to that A minor. Doom cha. So A minor is ring finger and pinky on the second fret of the D and G, middle finger on the first fret of the B. Alright, so then we go do cha, cha, da 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 doom. So for that A minor, we're just gonna do another pattern 2. So doom cha, we split it with the E7. And when I get to this E7, I play all of them together. That low E, skip over the A string, D, G, B. Then I'm gonna come up on 4 strings. I'm gonna go on my G string, my A string, my D string, and my low E string, and I strum. Alright, so that's the only odd one out, because we're strumming it, we're picking 4 different strings. So G, D, A, E, strum. Da, 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 do. You can organize your fingers how you want. Sometimes I play middle, index, thumb, thumb. Or I can play ring, middle, index, thumb, strum. And once you strum, it takes us to that next run, okay? Alright, so now let's take it again from that A minor 7, the second round through. That takes us to that F. So we go boom, ba, da, da, E. A, doom, that's a D minor 7. Ba, cha, F, doom, cha. Do cha, E, da da do cha, A minor, E7, da 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 do, strum. So don't forget that E7, one hit on 4 strings from the G, D, A, E. Alright, again, do cha, cha, da da do, da da do. F, cha, cha, A minor. E7, da 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 do. Then we go to our run. Our run's gonna be from that A minor, doom, up down, up doom, up down, doom, up down, doom, up down. Then we'll repeat the exact same progression, but now with a different rhythm, okay? So what we have there is for our run, which is gonna split our marble zone into 2, okay? So it's a good place to see, oh, this is the midpoint. And after that midpoint, guitar 2 and guitar 3 switch and they take a turn at their parts, at each other's parts. So we're gonna go to that A minor, so let's go from that E7 first. Do, da, 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 do, strum, A minor. We're gonna go down, up, 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 down. Alright, just on A minor, G, F, G. So slowly down, up, down. You can just go up, down, that's fine. Down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. Second time, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, E. Alright, E, E. Then we slap. E, then we come back to our new rhythm, which I'm going to show you. So let's try it again. 3, go. Down, up, 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 down, down, up, down, up, down. Alright, so let's put our whole half section up until there. So starting off from that first A minor. Let's actually take it from the cowboy part of that E. Boom. 1, 2, doom. G7. This is our second time. F, A minor. 4, strum, down, up, 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 down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 down. That's our new rhythm. Just listen to it. Then we go to another run, okay? And that'll take us to the ending. So what we have that second time, after that, down, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, smack, down. So we come and play that A minor 7 with our thumb, index, middle ring, thumb on the low E, index, middle ring on the D, G, B. So we play all of them together, down, and then we smack it, all right? Using our thumb and our index finger. We have that pivot, okay? You can come in like this, but really you want to get used to slapping it, like twisting out, coming down, and then your index finger kind of graze the strings, just like that. So we go cha, smack, cha, smack, cha. Then we go out for another cha immediately after that smack. So cha, smack, cha. All right? So let's just get those smacks and chas good before we add the extra stuff. So cha, smack, cha, smack, cha, smack, cha, smack. So what we have for those in-betweens is cha, smack, cha, up, down, down, up, down. Alright, so we're going for a down, up, down. And on that second down, we smack it. So cha, smack, cha, down, up, down, cha, cha, down, up, down. Slowly. Cha, smack, cha, down, up, down. Cha, smack, cha, down, up, down. Alright, so it's 4 hits on every chord. So 1, smack, cha, up, down. 3rd time, smack. 4th time. Then drop it down to a D minor 7. Do the exact same rhythm. Down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. G7, same rhythm. Down, up, down, down, up, down. C major 7. Down, down, up, down. So it goes cha, cha, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Alright? So cha, smack, cha, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Slowly. Cha, smack, cha, down, up, cha, up, down, up. Alright, so that E7 one more time. Cha, smack, cha, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Alright. Then we repeat that. So before we repeat, let's just try that one time. So we go from that ending of the run. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, smack. Down, 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 up, down, down, smack. Down, down, up, smack. Down, 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 up, repeat. Down, 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 up, smack. 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 Down, 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 down. So what I have there is, once I get to that F, I go down, down, up. Alright, so I hold that second down for a bit longer. So I go down, down, up. Then to E, down, down, up. Alright, so slowly. Down, down, up. Down, down, up. Then A minor, down, down, up. Then for this E7, I did the same rhythm I had for the other one. But let me put it in context so it makes sense. So I go F, F, up, E, E, up, A minor, up, down, up, down, up. Alright, so down, up. Starts on the offbeat. Down, up, down, up. Again, from that A minor, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Alright, so now let's take it from that whole part where we bring in that different rhythm. Starting off from that end of the run. So from that A minor. 3, go. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Go. Down, 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 up, smack. 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 Down, up again. Down, 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 up, smack. Down, 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 up, smack. Down, 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 up, smack. Down, 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 up, F. Down, down, up, down, down, up. A minor. Down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Just one quick tip. When I'm doing that rhythm, whenever I go for that down, 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 up, smack, I'm going with my index finger down and my thumb up. So at least there's always a nail that's hitting the strings. It gives me that percussive effect because this second groove has a lot of percussion, alright? So down, 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 up, down. Or even if I'm just plucking those two. So down, 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 up, down. And I smack it, that down, with my thumb and my index finger going down with a nail. Alright, so down my index finger, up with my thumb. It gives me more of an oomph, like a pick on the hands, okay? So after we go from that down, down, up to the E, down, down, A minor, down, down, up, 7, down. We do that same A minor G thing, but now with a bit of finger style. A minor, G, then we finish. Da 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 da. So what I have there is, I'm holding an A minor bar chord, so that is 5, 7, 7, 5, 5, 5, index finger barring. Remember, put that middle finger on top so you have extra pressure. And I'm going boo ba ba ba. So thumb on the low E, ring on the B, middle on the G, index on the D. Boom ba ba ba. Then I drop it to that G major bar chord. That means I take the exact same shape, but I add my middle finger on the 4th fret of the G. Do the exact same move with my right hand. Then go to the F. then back to the G, and I do it again. But the second time I just reach the G. So A minor, G, then I go for this change. This is going to be our transition into the next part. So index, ring, pinky on the 5-7-7, playing that power chord. Down, 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 down. Alright, so I'm going A, G, G, F, F, then E, smack. Then I grab this chord on the offbeat. So that's going to be my middle finger on the second fret of the G, index finger on the first fret of the B. And I play it first, all of them together. Cha. So on the D, G, B, and high E. Thumb playing the D, index finger playing the G, middle finger playing the B, ring finger playing the high E. Those four. This is called a D7 sus9. D7 sus9. So I start off by playing them all together. Then I play my thumb. Alright, so cha, pu, cha, smack. Cha, pu, cha, pu, cha. So together, cha, then thumb in fingers. So cha, pu, cha, smack, then thumb, fingers. And I finish there. So cha, pu, cha, pu, cha. Slowly. Cha, pu, cha, pu, cha. And remember that thumb is on the D string. Cha, pu, cha, pu, cha. Alright, let's take it from that ending. That part is our outro, our transition. So it's going to be from that A, 3, go. A, G, G, F, F, E, da, boo, ba, boo, ba. Alright, let's now take it from the second run that we have, the A minor, G, F, G, A minor, G, then straight back to the A minor. So 3, go. Boo, ba, 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 boo, ba, 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 boo, ba, ba, ba. Let's go, transition. And when you're doing that transition, you'll notice it slows down a little bit. Don't go da, da, do, do. No, it goes da, da, do, 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 da, boo, ba, boo, ba. Alright, let's now take it from after we did the first run and we brought in that percussive groove. Okay? So let's take it from that run into that percussive groove. 3, 4, down, down, up. E. Smack, ba, ba, down, up, smack, ba, ba, down, up, smack, down, 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 up, smack, smack, down, up, smack, smack, down, up, smack, down, up, smack, down, up, smack, down, up again, ba, ba, down, up, smack, down, 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 up, smack, down, up, smack, to the F, down, long, short, long. A minor, down, down, up, down, up, down, up. Let's go. Break down. Ba, 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 ba. All right. Now, if you have any trouble with any part, rewind, because right now we're going to take the whole thing through one time, nice and slow. So let's take it from the beginning of Marble Zone, then we'll take it from the boss. Okay? Ready? 1, 2, 3, let's go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and a 1. Bass, slap. Go, F. A minor, then we play those 4 strings of that E7. 1, 2, 3, 4. Strum, run. Here we go to the E. Groove. Down, up, smack. Down, up, smack. E7. Down, up, down, up. E. Long, short, long. A minor. Down, up. Let's go. Here comes the transition now. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. Alright. One last tip. So when I'm doing these, the groove, the percussive part, I can also use strum instead of playing those strings individually. I can go doom. So I can go jam, jam, ja, jam, down, down, up, down. So I can strum as well instead of playing with the fingers, okay? That works perfectly fine. Alright, so now let's go for the whole thing, the boss, into Marble Zone. But we'll start it off from the ending of Green Hill Zone. So that is 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and da 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 da. Alright, so but the rhythm is da 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 da. Alright, just like that. 1, 2, 3, let's go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 1 and 2 down 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Those 4 strings. Strum, run. Bring in that groove, let's go. F, long. Second run. Break it down. Alright, that's a lot of fun right there. A lot of parts, but man, if you're the rhythm guitarist, you are the backbone. If you're not holding down those parts, everyone else is going to suffer. So make sure you get really good. You know each section. You know how the rhythm changes. You know the different parts. And where the percussive parts come along, where the groove changes, you need to know all that stuff. Because you're the one who's going to hold it down and make everyone else sound good. Super important. Alright, have fun practicing. And make sure your team members know their parts as well. And I'll see you next week because we've now completed the Marble Zone.